good morning. Got a few minutes before I head off to work. We've got our first basketball game today at the school that I work at called Brownsville. It's a school for mentally and physically handicapped students, and we've got our first basketball game today. And the kids are excited, the basketball team's excited, the cheerleaders are excited, and I've even roped my husband in to referee in the game. So that will be such a treat for him. And all the little girls at the school, the older ones, they're like, "Ooh, your husband's coming." And they're so sweet. I love it. So that's an exciting thing for today. And then tonight we're going to eat fish at what I have been told is the best fish in all of Southern Illinois, down in New Haven, Illinois. So we're going to head down there tonight without kids and check out the fish down there. So that's very, very exciting, I guess. But we are taking some friends, Chris and Julie, with us, so that'll always be fun. Anyway, I wanted to somehow tell you I don't write as well as I verbally express something, and so I want to start trying to I've digested my Compassion International trip, and now I want to the only word that's coming to mind is regurgitate it back out to you in a beautiful manner that will make you as excited about this ministry as I am. Okay, we flew down on Monday, long flight, about 5-hour flight, or 7 hours for me, but we never changed time zones, so, just went straight down to South America and landed in Quito, Ecuador. Got adjusted, got up the next day, and we boarded a tour bus and went straight to the Compassion office, the National Compassion Office in Ecuador, Quito, Ecuador. And so the company, the people, employees rushed us in there and sat us in their conference room. And the buildings in Ecuador, besides the high rises that look very American, the buildings in Ecuador, you really can't tell from building to building what you're going to. Clothing stores will have clothes on the outside, but otherwise you don't know what the buildings are. So we went into this building. Of course, it had bars on the windows and things like that. And I had no idea it was like 3 or 4 stories or levels. But anyway, we go into this conference room and they sit us down and they explain to us what they do on their side of Compassion. I mean, it was computer, it was a big screen, they had a smart board. I mean, it was top notch. And I have to say, I wasn't expecting this. This is a developing country, and so I wasn't expecting that level of technology. But it was amazing. Their English was amazing. I mean, one of the things that our leader was like is, Compassion has nothing to hide. You ask us anything. And as the days went on, I even asked, I was like, "So Nate, tell me, I know Compassion, is a ministry and all those kinds of things, but how do they take care of their employees?" And he was like, "Lee, unbelievable." He said, "I am so happy. I am well paid for. I am provided for, my family, everything." He said, it is just like a corporation, only that we talk about Jesus and want to serve people constantly. So that made me feel really good. And there were other questions, even more revealing than that I would ask, because I am question woman. And so it was just very, very impressive. So we go in and we're sitting down. We learn all about each other. And we also learn about the organization of Compassion International in Ecuador. So then they move on, and it's not just like, hey, glad you're here. They took us in to every single office in the 3 or 4 story building, and went around to each department. They shared what they did. They gave us examples. I mean, books open, computers open. I mean, hey, this is your ministry too, is basically what they were saying. Have a look at anything that we do. I mean, y'all, I hope you can tell that I'm trying to express this is a well-oiled machine. I mean, an organization that is above reproach. And I am not just saying that. It is amazing. I was not expecting the organization that I found, because in my limited mind, I equated poverty with disorganization, and poverty with I didn't expect. I mean, they were so organized. I didn't realize that each Compassion National store, sometimes, it's not store, organization, they write their own curriculum sometimes, because they understand what their people are going through, and the trials and the temptations that are going on with their people in their country. It's different in every single country. So a lot of these Ecuadorian employees of Compassion, they wrote the curriculum that goes out to all these places. One place that really amazed me was the place where, when you write your Compassion child a letter, where the department that took all those letters, they get about 1,000 letters a day that they have to go through and send out to the different projects. Now, when I say project, don't think of it like we think of the projects. A project is where a church and Compassion have partnered together, and that's where the kids come to get their education, their health, their religion, or their Bible study, all those different kinds of things. And so they call that a project. But they get like 1,000 letters a day and have to send them out everywhere. Can you imagine opening them? Okay, that's huge. It's a huge, huge operation.